Two. What's going on, guys? OpTic here, welcoming you to the OpTic Hour, Season 2, Episode 3. And this is going to be a special podcast because for the first time ever, after they have just became champions of Columbus, MLG Black Ops, Sensations... I'm just kidding. The OpTic team...
Yeah!
Alright, obviously OpTic Hacks, why don't you guys introduce yourselves and then we'll get on with the questionnaires.
Alright, I'll go first. I'm Rambo, more known as Raymond Lucier. I'm a Frenchie. We won Columbus. Let's go.
It's also a fag.
That's not very nice.
You're more known as Rambo.
Oh, yeah.
My name's Will Johnson, also known as Big Timer, and I play video games online.
And you post them on the internet.
On the interweb.
My name's Joe DeLuca, also known as Merc, and I'm handsome. Go, JK.
My name's Jordan Kaplan, known as J-Cap, and I'm probably the best player in the world.
In the world. You heard it here first, guys. In the world. So, guys, you guys just came back from Columbus. You guys were shooting virtual characters, and you guys were the best at shooting virtual characters.
We were.
Indeed.
No doubt.
I mean, there was some objective behind it, but yeah, basically, we were the best at shooting.
Oh, that's awesome. We usually don't have a list of things, and actually we're sticking true to that. We don't have a list of things that we should talk about, but let me ask you guys this, because I know that you guys haven't done any interviews, and you guys have never been on the podcast, I don't think. Have you? Have you guys ever been a part of the podcast?
We've been in that one debate, dude.
Nah, we're not nearly cool enough.
Oh, no. That wasn't...
We're talking about OpTic Hour podcast, not that freaking taxi cab
Confessions.
podcast. That was awful.
All right, so I guess we're gonna start off by saying, okay, Joe, aka Merc, what got you into shooting virtual characters? Now, what got you into gaming? Like, what game is one of the things where you said, you know what, I'm gonna start playing video games?
It was basically when I was younger, like really young. It was my brother. And, it was the N64, and they were always playing, and I always wanted to be good and just beat the heck out of them. And then I did it, and now I'm here. And I just went from game to game, and then I picked up Call of Duty 4 when I got the Xbox 360, and I loved it. So.
All right. What is your favorite game of all time? All time.
All time?
God 4.
Chaplin. I'm going to call you Chaplin from now on, just so you know. No, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
That wasn't my question, but COD 4 is just the best game ever.
All right,
my favorite game was, I think, Gears 1. I was addicted to it, and I loved it.
All right. And what is your favorite weapon of all the Call of Duty series?
The M16 in Call of Duty 4. It was awesome.
Red dot, no red dot.
Red dot, of course.
Duh.
All right. J-Cap, what got you into gaming, and what is your favorite game of all time?
I got into gaming when I was like 11 or 12 years old. I got a PS3, and back then I just like played Madden against like my friends. And my mom got me Call of Duty 3 for the PS3, and I had no interest in the game at the time, but I just played that, and then I just kept going on and on.
Ew, Call of Duty 3, bro. I played that for like 15 minutes, and then
yeah, it wasn't a good game, but
yeah, that game was horrible.
I was new to the Call of Duty series, and I thought it was pretty cool. I was the guy laying down in all the corners with the support class. For anyone who remembers that, I rocked that support like a champ. I used every glitch that I knew.
Wait, all right. So okay, you both just said like your favorite games of all time. All right, what was yours? Okay, it was Gears 1, and yours is what? COD 4?
Call of Duty 4. Wasn't that good at it, but it was such a good game.
I don't know. I agree. Sorry about that. That's my phone. But my favorite game of all time was Zelda, like the Ocarina of Time. So I can't believe none of you have gotten said that. Maybe when. Okay, what's your favorite gun of all time, Kaplan? Before we move on to Rambo.
Favorite gun? I don't know. Depends on the game. Like the ACR in Modern Warfare 2 was just ridiculous.
Yeah, you would say that.
It's the best gun. I mean,
fucking noobiest gun ever.
Yeah, but it was just so dominant. I don't know why I didn't use it. I just wanted it to be different.
So what do you think is more overpowered, that gun, the SCAR, or the FAMAS?
The ACR, not the SCAR. SCAR Blue.
I mean the ACR.
It was FAMAS and
Uh,
ACR. People use the ACR modes because it's just like it wouldn't move. You
Was it like a laser beam?
It really
It's
what it
pretty
was.
intense.
It was like a laser beam. It just sits there.
Yeah, whoever had the better head won that map.
Yeah.
All right, so who do you? Which one do you think is the most overpowered one out of the two?
The ACR.
ACR.
Three
right.
bullets, no recoil. Like, come on.
Yeah.
All right, Rambo. What got you into gaming?
I started playing at a very young age on the original Nintendo system with my grandmother. She used to play Pac-Man and Mario.
Your grandmother got you into the game?
Yeah, grandmother got into games.
This guy's
Crazy as that.
legit.
I started playing when I was like, I think I was like 5, and she eventually gave me her Nintendo system, whatever it was called. And then I got all the consoles like the Nintendo 64, PS1, PS2. I first started playing PS2 Black Hawk Down online, a game Big Timer played, and then I just went on GB and started playing there, and pretty much my first MLG game was COD 4, and just went on with that.
And your favorite weapon of all time?
P90 jug.
P90.
Fucking
P90
nerd.
on COD 4. I really
Nerd.
like him.
Really?
Nerd.
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah. It's not for the jug factor, it's just the way that the SMG worked. Like, he can actually shoot people really
It
far.
was the jug factor. His
I
team
didn't
ran
use
4
jug
of them.
until Dodgers. Like,
His team ran
used
4 of them.
it.
It was ridiculous. It sucked.
Why you hate him?
I hated it.
Oh,
It was awful.
I hate you now too, Rambo. I think that Juggernaut was like.
I rarely use jug until like
He always
Dodgers
used
got me.
it.
What are you talking about? You're a nobody until fucking PCL2 like
I know you better than you know you.
yeah, sure.
No, I agree. I think Juggernaut was one of those things that the series could have done without.
Disagree. I
That
think
Jug it makes no sense. It made no sense. Why?
well, I mean, you had to shoot people more often. It was pretty much the same thing if someone had steady power or jug. It's just a smarter player than you went to not engage and engage. Always won the gunfights because they could afford to get hit once or twice if they're in a bad position and get out of it.
I never, and it wasn't to balance out stopping power either, because I can tell you right now, out of principle, I have never ever worn. And obviously, I'm not a professional player like you guys, but I'm saying, out of principle, I have never ever strapped on Juggernaut ever.
Well, I mean,
Atta boy. That's what I like to hear.
if you play competitive, you would understand to a certain extent it's useful.
The first
Yeah,
season.
he sniped, so Juggernaut is even more annoying. So
Yeah, I know, right?
Not
Yeah.
that. No, the first season of Call of Duty 4, I obviously I played competitively. YouTube wasn't around at the time, for me at least. So,
Yeah.
I mean, even then, I never liked. Even if I was using the MP5 and all that. Anyway, it's not about me. It's about you guys. All right, Big Willie Johnson, Big Timer. What got you into gaming, and what is your favorite weapon of all time?
I guess the first thing I can remember was like playing James Bond GoldenEye against my older brother, and he would just like, I guess that was before online play got big, and he just wanted somebody to like slap around. So he would always pick me and just beat me all the time. So that kind of gave me some motivation to want to beat him. So, and then I guess it was in 2006 I saw MLG on the USA Network whenever they had the television partnership or whatever, and that's when I started playing like sort of competitively, and I played Black Hawk Down and Battlefield and a couple other PlayStation games, and then moved on to Halo, and then finally, after years and years of being terrible, Call of Duty came out, and just killed a bunch of people, and kept playing it.
All right. You know what, Rambo? I forgot to ask you what your favorite game of all time was.
Favorite game as far as classic
Oh.
Black Hawk Down was definitely like a classic, but I'd say Battlefield 2 want to come out on PS2 was probably my most I'd play that game all over again if I had the chance to.
All right. So, Big Timer, your favorite weapon of all time?
Mine would also be by far the P90 Juggernaut.
Yeah, high five.
Just
You know
because
what's
of
up.
like how mad it made the other
Told
team.
you
Like,
they ran 4 of them. It was ridiculous.
it's just such an awesome class.
Big,
You
what
mad,
about
you mad, you mad?
Big, what about pre-patch 74U in this game? Come
Oh,
on.
true.
Come
I didn't
on,
get to
bro.
experience it so, like long enough. But
I know, but that was your thing.
Pre-patch knife on this game too. I'd say that too. So that was ridiculous.
That's crazy. And you know what's funny about that? That you guys are playing like at the highest level, right? On Call of Duty 4. You guys are like the top of the top, and like other competitive players that are on your level are calling you guys tryhards, where pub stars and people like me call just any competitive player a tryhard. But you guys were being called tryhards by professional players, so
That's when you know you've made it.
yeah.
That's when you know they're a little salty.
Big T, what is your favorite game of all time?
No joke, the game that I had the most fun playing was I think it was called Mario Party or something.
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Mario Party.
You
Hell
could
yeah.
fit like 8 of your friends and just like go on this like I don't even know. It was some kind of board that you moved
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
find the stars.
Yeah.
Mario Party was legit.
Yeah,
Good
hell yeah.
Mario Party.
Remember
You could all these games on there, and it was so like I would go to sleep just thinking about this game and like friends over and playing like jumping on these big bouncing balls. I can't even remember what the game was called, but it was so awesome. You had to like knock each other off this ice on these balls. It was
Yeah, that was Mario Party
Yeah, that was
3.
Mario Party. Yeah.
That was Mario Party 3. That was the best one.
Mario Party 3. is
I like the
greatest
one where there was like penguins coming at you and they were trying to knock you off the
Yeah.
ice.
game ever.
How about Mario Kart? That was also a great game.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
that was
all right,
awesome.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now, Mario Kart Double Dash. I don't care how good you are at
Oh,
any game in the world,
no,
you will
I
never
destroy you.
beat me.
I
Bro,
destroy you.
Did you beat every single ghost in every level? Cause I fucking did.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Makes
Exactly.
no no lie. Just keep it at that.
GG.
Max is too good for you, bro. Way too good.
GG, bro. GG. All right. And your favorite weapon of all time? Oh yeah, P90 Jug. You're so funny.
You never said Jug. We just said P90. It wasn't.
I said
Big timer specified Joe.
You gotta have the jug.
You didn't use Jug that often though. You used
You're
like.
right. I use P90 stopping power more, but
Yeah.
once I was introduced to the jug,
Yeah,
and
the
I was
Jug. The
like,
Jug made it an entire new world though.
That's.
That was a world of fate.
I don't know. Did you guys ever snipe at all in any of your matches in Call of Duty 4?
Not really. I mean, I did. We did at some point, like in
No.
SMG.
I did in World at War.
Or in the FX days big. Sometimes I would bring a Barrett out or whatever. Like we
Yeah,
did
the
that.
two guys that really sniped the most in competitive matches were Choppy.
It would have been so ineffective most of the time. Unless you're like really good at it.
Yeah,
Modern Warfare 2 actually probably could have worked, but no one tried it.
we did it. The Star Warfare 2 for us. It was pretty.
Yeah, I did in World at War when you had to play Team Deathmatch because it was invariant. And kids with a lamp, so I'd bring that Big Daddy out, dude. I'd go ham. That PTRS, that thing goes in.
Never. I didn't play anything on that game. I played the beta. And that's it.
Yeah, well, it had more money than Call of Duty 4.
But still sucked dick.
Yeah, World at War. I think my favorite gun at World at War was the naked Arasaka. And naked, I mean no attachments, no nothing.
Yeah, dude, I love the bolts, and the bolts were sexy.
Yep. And I gotta say that not even the what do you call it? The Kar 98 wasn't even a good snipe, a good enough bolt action to make me want to stay away from the Arasaka. It was just my favorite bolt action for
I
sure.
think the Wonder Walk conquered all, and I didn't even play the game.
I mean, I didn't play the game that I got to a level 45 and then I dropped it forever.
Isn't that a gun in zombies?
Oh yeah.
What is?
Fucking
You're a
nerds.
loser, Meg. I knew. I was like, yeah, that's not right.
All right, now who do you guys think makes the best Call of Duty games? Infinity Ward or Treyarch? In your eyes?
Well, I'm gonna say Infinity Ward just because of Call of Duty 4 was just so classic and complete. But after seeing Modern Warfare 2, I'm gonna have to say I don't know. I mean, just because World at War wasn't that great, I'm gonna say Infinity Ward because like Black Ops is somewhat comparable to COD 4, but it's just really not on the same classic level.
Right, but
COD
you're
4
also
was just so like it was so basic and perfect where like it really was like everyone could use whatever and the game was just so balanced in general.
right. I think that if I could have my way and if I had a genie in a bottle, one of my wishes would be to merge Infinity Ward and Treyarch, all right, and we'll let Infinity Ward handle the development, and then all the support and all the ideas that come with zombies, map pack downloads, etc. We can let Treyarch take care of or take over that side of thing.
Sure, I agree.
I love Treyarch so much.
I agree with Treyarch having more of an impact with the community and whatever like decision they make into the game. They actually like ask the people a little bit about it, and I mean I think that's a big part of why Treyarch is what it is right now.
I agree.
Like, Infinity Ward like really doesn't seem to care at all about the people. They just want to make the money and whatever. I mean I'm not saying that's how they are in general, but it's just the output they give themselves in my opinion.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is like the funnest competitive game I ever played was World at War. I
Shut
don't
up.
know why. It was so fun. Ask anybody that played that competitively. You could play it all day because it was just fun.
I could play
You
COD
could
4
play
all
Call of
day.
Duty 4
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah,
and
no.
That
You
game
you
was
used to
so
play.
boring.
You used to just go on Call of Duty
Crazy.
4 and you could just find a custom, no problem.
Yeah. You can
Everyone
even
on
play
your friends list
pubs.
was in a custom or
Even
I
pubs in
don't
COD 4
know.
were like fun.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I just started like it. I think that's the game I had most fun with pubs. Like, it took me like more than like 2 weeks to get bored of
Oh well,
pubs.
yeah, more fun than the others,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. I get what
still
you're
like
saying. Yeah, no.
once you had the game, dude, it's just customs and it was just
Yeah, yeah.
fun.
Sure.
Well, I think we've spent enough time on that. Actually, uh, Big T, did you play World at War at all?
Said be right back.
Oh,
No, I'm still here. I was just talking on the phone. I didn't have a chance to play World War.
I
so
played the
okay. So
beta.
how long have you guys known each other? Like, I know that you three, JCap, Big T, and Rambo were at one point in Extravagant. But how long have you
Yeah.
guys? How long have you guys known each other? Like,
I've known Big Timer me and him played against each other on PS2, and I think it was like in '06. Like we knew each other existed. We kind of like spoke a bit back then. Me and Big T been on the same team since COD 4 '07. So it's been like a little more than 3 years now that me and Big been playing together. Jacob was on our team when Modern Warfare 2 PCL2 came around, right?
Yeah,
So me,
I
Cap,
carried you guys to victory.
so we teamed with JCap like a year ago now, I think. I guess they
Yeah,
like
in like a month, it'll be a year.
yeah. And
damn.
I teamed with Joey back in Extravagant Days too. Me, Big, and Joey were teaming together in PCL1. So I
That's
mean,
before
everyone
them.
on the team we've been like familiar with for a little while.
I
So
got the boot.
yeah, sadly
Got the
that.
boot for me, and then we didn't drop a map.
But you're still ugly and you have fat ankles.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So
Right. Yeah, you win.
Oh, you mad? those- excuse me, guy. I'm still. I can't believe none of you got sick while I was there. It's.
I know, right? Like we even like did those fun things.
I have a bad cough.
Yeah, my cough was brutal there. Like I really didn't have a good time. And then obviously we went out on Saturday night and I went hammer than Thor, and I could not wake up for the life of me the following day. I was really really hungover. But that's neither here or there. And you know, in Columbus, obviously you guys. What was the last time you guys won a championship? Or like won a
at an
PCL?
event or PCL?
Anything, PCL, anything.
PCL too.
GameStop, being a big one.
Oh yeah, they won GameStop. Me and Cap
Nerdstop.
won PCL2 on Xbox and PS3.
Xbox and PS3.
Yeah, we didn't drop a map on PS3 and we won on Xbox. The PCL2 was still drop.
Damn.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Both against the same team too. AOX,
They got raped.
they got ripped. X was on that team. Just like
That's crazy. How about you, Big T?
What's up? Oh yeah, basically the GameStop finals, me and Merck won, and I was same thing on that Modern Warfare 2 PCL2 team for Xbox and PS3.
Damn. So which one? Like obviously this one is the fresh one, so obviously it's gonna be the most memorable one. But what is like what is your funnest memory from Columbus? We'll start with Joey.
From Columbus?
Yeah, what's your
Jeez,
the funnest memory?
Um,
I mean, if there was one, if there isn't, then say shit, it was fucking
I don't know. I
boring.
just think like the whole event was just fun. I don't know. I mean, at the same time, it was a struggle, but because like what we went through. But like the funnest time, I think would either be the last night or the first night. I don't know. Just seeing everybody the first night, and then of course winning the last night.
I'd go through Sunday all over again. That was just sick beating all those teams at once. That's pretty much what I play for, and it's just the whole experience of Sunday was insane. So I mean, I'm obviously meeting everyone, like Joey said, is obviously a lot of fun. But I mean,
Yeah.
you somewhat go there for the gaming, and that's really that made my trip the entire worth it.
Yeah, playing for like 8 hours straight and not eating was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was. I mean, obviously
That was so great.
I wasn't even
loved
thinking
it.
about it at that point, though. I mean, it's just.
I was
really,
thinking about it. I was starving, man.
I was like,
Jesus.
I'm just winning that. We're just winning all the matches, man. I was like, dude, just keep going, see what goes. But
Man.
obviously, the circumstances of what we had to play weren't necessarily the best. But I mean, obviously, it's what you got to do if you want to win. So
What
My
happened?
favorite was just beating leverage.
Wait, what
Was it
happened?
Beat
Who's-
everybody.
Wait, what
He
was that?
beat-
I said my favorite was just beating leverage. I felt like it had been so long since we had beat them in like any MLG sanctioned tournament, and I thought we had some kind of like mental block of like we could always play them close, but we could never finish them.
Uh-huh.
So when we finally got that last cap with like 15 seconds left, and everybody was screaming, and Merc was like, "Start it! Start it! Start it!"
Stun it, stun it,
Best
stun it.
feeling ever.
I was going crazy.
yeah, that was sick. That was pretty crazy.
He got more hype when we won that match than we won at all.
Yeah, I know.
Because that was it. That was the
That
final.
was that was
Part-
pretty
That was
because
the
when we
finals.
when we won it all, it was just not even a match anymore. It was just
Yeah, it was pretty much over after like the fourth minute.
we got-
Mhm.
yeah.
Now, obviously, Force obviously deserves all the credit in the world, obviously, for making it that far. But do you think that at one point or another, if they would have been in a different bracket, they would not have made it as far, and it would have been a completely different, championship match?
I don't like seeing it that way. You can say that about any team. Any team that's been in a different bracket. I don't think that's fair to anyone.
They
So, yeah.
they beat Leverage though, so
yeah,
I mean
yeah,
Oh,
they,
that's-
they
that
were
is
a
true.
good team. I mean they didn't play their best against us obviously, but
I disagree with going true to switching brackets. If and buts. I don't know.
With pool play, everybody's gonna have a tough ride, no matter.
Yeah, exactly. Like
That's
even
good.
us, like we went 3-1 and still got third in our pool, which is like
Yeah.
somewhat retarded to an extent. But I mean, it's what it is. I mean, regardless of what whoever has pool, there's always that slim chance. And one of the teams we tied with was the AM team, and that's the team we lost to, was the amateur bracket team. So I mean, you can't rule anything out. Like anything in general, it's really what happens happens.
No. But people keep on saying that you guys had one of the toughest brackets, though. So it's not just one person that's saying it. It's not you guys that's saying it. It's like it's the consensus from everybody, from the commentators to the people that were there. They said that you guys had one of the toughest brackets.
Well, I mean,
obviously,
yeah, we did.
we have to play
But what-
everyone good. So
I mean, when you drop into the losers bracket that early, I mean, not that we actually, well, I guess we did lose, like Rainbow said, we went 3-1. But when you drop into the losers bracket that early and win the event, you're gonna have to beat everybody.
Yeah.
If you want to win. If you want to win the tournament, you're gonna have to beat everybody there. So.
yeah, I mean we beat pretty much all the big names in the loser bracket, which is pretty intense. It just makes it so much better. But like exactly when you drop early in the loser bracket, you're bound to like face all the good teams that are dropping from a little bit later on in the tournament.
Yeah. And I remember talking to you, Merc, right after that happened. You're a bit upset, and actually you
Oh,
walked-
he was
His brother said that's the
bit
most upset
upset,
you ever seen him.
a bit upset.
I was heated.
Joey could have
He was
killed.
raging, dude.
I was raging. I've never been so pissed off in
He
my
was
life.
salty.
His brother,
So,
him and his brother walked out of the venue, and then his brother came back in. He's like, "Dude, I've never seen Joey that angry."
I chased them like from one end of the venue to the other.
Yeah.
Like, what's up, man?
Right? I walked up next to him. I was like, "Yo, what's up?" He just kept walking. I was like, "Oh, sweet."
I understood how he got third. I just don't think it's kind of stupid that
yeah,
3 teams can go 3-1 in a pool.
yeah, it's kind of
It was
retarded.
Envy's fault.
But yeah, I mean,
Like it's just a pool play system. I think. Not,
yeah, it's kind of flawed, but I mean, you can't really. It does make it more interesting for the fans, though. You can't disagree with that.
There's the whole thing is to give amateur
Robot.
teams
Yeah, no,
uh,
a chance, yeah.
a chance, which is what it did. Obviously, I mean, you see how many AM teams.
Your mic's fucking up.
Who
Yeah, you sound
Yeah.
robotic.
There you go. Now he's good at
Sounds
you.
like R2D2.
does?
No, you're good.
Not anymore. You're
now
good.
you're good. Now you're good.
Oh, I
Not
did.
you.
It's all good.
Okay.
But yeah. I have a question for you, Hex.
Yes.
What was
Ooh,
your
turn the
favorite part of
table.
what was your favorite part of the entire weekend?
You guys winning. You guys fucking. Well, obviously, I was really hyped when you guys beat Leverage. I was really, really hyped.
Yeah.
And then after that, obviously, I wasn't there for half of the Sunday because of what had happened the night before that. But
Yeah.
the second I got there, I had my sunglasses on because the lights were hurting me, and I needed like water and food and all this. But once that got in me, and you guys were up there for so long, I was like, man, these guys are crazy going up there and staying up there that long without taking a break. I have to say that by far my favorite though. My favorite moment was
Taking that trophy through airport security.
and
How
tell,
did that go?
yeah, that's actually the security lady got a bit upset at me because I was like, easy, easy, easy,
Yeah,
easy.
I remember that.
And she's like, easy, I heard you. I heard you. And I was like, easy. Oh, I'm just telling you to be easy. You know, like,
Did you bring it on the plane?
yeah.
Oh
It
shit.
had its own seat, first class.
Damn,
No,
man.
it's overall I think it was probably my favorite. Even if we wouldn't have won, I think I had the most fun just because of like the atmosphere and how everybody like was screaming. It was pretty intense. I can only imagine what you guys go through because and there's something I was talking to I think it was either JCap or Big T that when I used to play game battles and we were like playing a TDM match, we weren't even playing MLG rule set or whatever, and it was just so intense, like fucking I don't know, for me my heart was pounding and especially when you're losing, but like I cannot even begin to imagine like what the adrenaline rush is for you guys.
That's the only thing that freaking like kept us awake, or at least me awake, is the adrenaline.
Oh yeah, we didn't need like hard. Well, I drank a lot, but still like not
We
eating
got
anything.
pure adrenaline. half
All the
day.
energy we had was like the adrenaline from all the matches for sure. There's no doubt. I think
Literally, the past 72 hours, I've probably slept like 36 of them.
I'm gonna come back.
I wish I could do that, man. Oh god.
I'm gonna come back, and my favorite moment of the event was Summit Dom against Force.
Oh, absolutely.
That was the most fun I've had playing Call of Duty in a long time.
Yeah.
That was just insane all around. Like Jake got getting 3 pieces. I got a rainbow chant. Merc got a chant. Was at Havana before?
Havana.
Even Big raised his hand at one point. I forgot. I think it was after I got my 4-piece, right?
Yeah, dude.
Or something.
You guys were teabagging that guy's
Oh
bar.
yeah, teabag. Yeah, we were just. That was just like insane. That was crazy.
Just proving our statement, baby.
Yeah, you're making a statement right there. That was sick. They
Yeah.
were shooting our bodies first. That's why me and Cat
Yeah.
teabagged him. Like, what the fuck is he
They
thinking?
started it.
I know, right? Exactly.
They did
Give
it
us a
first.
technical. You make sure you give them one too. Goddamn it.
Did they
Hey,
give
we
you?
got a technical for that?
I don't think so, but I'm just.
I
saying.
actually heard that you got a technical yourself, Rambo, for swearing.
I did. It was against
At the
Nation.
other OpTic
At
team.
a
It was
fellow
other Nation.
member? Are you kidding me?
I know, right? I'm not even gonna say what I said.
Wait,
but
what did you say?
Like we were like at the
Said
turn point of the game.
bleeping suck.
But okay, I got a 3
Insert a
piece.
bad word in the bleeping.
I got a nice 3 piece, and that was like really close, and we were just like, that was at the second side of Summit Dom when we played Nation, and I don't remember who fucked up somewhat, but someone on your team fucked
Murphy.
up, and
I remember. Oh, bleep.
I said something bad. I mean, obviously it was just because in the moment of the game, and
No, hell yeah, no, I'm
just saying in general.
no,
I did say you beeping suck, so
yeah, no, it's and that's what drives. I mean, I would never ever tell anybody ever to like change the way they play or change the way they are for anything, especially if you're at a high level. Like, what's that dude's got some dude that you guys were talking about, Halifax, right?
Halifax.
uh,
All right, so this guy's apparently a legend, the best ever.
Oh, yeah.
But he was fucked in the head, right?
Yes.
All right, so
I considered him pretty normal.
Nah. He was crazy.
All right.
He had some
He's
problems.
probably in a mental institution right now.
all right, so think about it like this: if you guys were to make him a normal person, do you think that he would still be the player that he was? Like, I think that everything that's in your brain all like meshes up to create whatever it is that you do.
yeah, you are whoever you are. Obviously, if you change a bit of you, it might
Right.
change some other parts. But I mean,
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I mean. Like, you swearing or
but it really, I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't like swearing and shit, but like if you look at the entire rest of the event, like I didn't really get. I think it was just because we were all hyped in general, and I just got like overhyped to the point where it's not really a good thing to like overhype yourself, especially in the middle of the game like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, in general, like if you looked at the stream on Sunday, like it was pretty calm the entire stream. Pretty much everyone on the team was calm all the time, except for that Summit Down when everyone was like getting into it. But
Oh, that was crazy.
But just in general, like in my opinion, staying calm and collected is just better than getting hyped because
Yeah.
you don't want to go through high and lows. You just rather it's better to be on a stable line of hypeness. Hype's
Yeah,
even worse.
Because basically,
on the
when
other
you
that
get
note,
hyped,
that makes sense.
you get really overly aggressive, and
Yeah,
we're a
it
team.
plays with your game. Like
Yeah.
it actually like affects you on what you're doing if you get hyped, and I don't believe that's a good thing. So
individually though, there's just some players like Halifax, for example, that was like his entire game was just fueled by adrenaline and just like
yeah,
he may not have meant like half the stuff that he said, he probably did, but like when you're in the heat of the game like that, and some players like just the more people they kill and the better they do, the more momentum they pick up and the more adrenaline that gets flowing and just make them play better and better. And like
yeah.
he was a player like that would just be screaming in the middle of the game, and like most people it would make them do worse, but it just made him do that much better. So like if we made him like a nice person or something like that, he'd probably lose so much confidence and adrenaline that it would just like game up so much.
Huh. All right, so before I ask you guys what you guys are looking forward to in Anaheim, I want to ask you this because the majority of the people that listen to that podcast, and I'm pretty sure the majority of the people that listen to this on the stream are all players like me who have dabbled at one point or another in game battles or thinking about playing in game battles. What do you guys recommend as far as teams, as far as attitudes and dedication for what makes a successful competitive team in your eyes?
Well, I'm gonna start off, but I mean, in general, like there's always these little things that people make bigger things. Like as far as team changes, you'll see a lot of team changes in Call of Duty. I'm not gonna say all of it is retarded and useless, but most of it can be worked out with. And if people are actually more mature about their teammates and like how you go about doing something right and wrong, like I think the main point is just working with your teammates on doing things better instead of like trying to fix things with replacing them all the time. Because I mean, in the end, like the people that stick around them, like it's kind of like a Halo. If you look at status quo, they were pretty bad for a long time, but they just kept working at it together with the same players, and after a while, it just clicks. It's pretty much the same thing in every game. If you constantly switch players, just looking for the better individual player, after a while, you're just going to keep losing yourself, and you're just starting back to zero. So, I think my main point on this is just getting a good bunch of teammates that you believe have potential to be a good team, and just work together.
What about you, Joey?
As my good friend Big Timer once said, make your teammates your friends, not your friends your teammates.
Yeah.
That's what I'm on. Like I think there's too many people who like are afraid to leave their friends even though they would be more successful without them, and like they just stay on worse teams. Like I feel like if you throughout anything, there's always going to be decisions you're going to have to make to get better, and usually that's one of them is leaving your friends.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it a lot of times. I mean, we've had to make some team changes, like what we do with Nature at the beginning, and obviously, it's proven
right
that it works. I mean,
you're also really good friends with Poopy, and you guys had to get rid of Poopy at one point.
right?
Doopy.
It comes to the point where you like Joey's saying, if you're really good friends with someone, it doesn't mean you have to stick the team with them. There's always the business part of it. That's if you want to win, you have to make sacrifices to achieve your goals and such. So
business is business. Well, what did you say, Big T?
So you just got to figure out like what your priorities are and what you want. I mean, like some people like take what people say like in the game and like teams and getting dropped from teams and take that personally and try to ruin like real life relationships, and you gotta keep the two separate and just figure out what you actually want from the game and why you play. If you want to win or if you want to make friends, it doesn't really matter which one it is.
Like I give you an example. Like in MW2, when I got dropped from Australia, it's probably it was literally the first time I ever got dropped from a team. Like I didn't like hate Rambo and Big Timer. I mean, I still talk to him every single day after that. But it's just like it would be totally different. I was like every time I played them from them on, I talk crap to them or like would never talk to them ever again. Like it shouldn't affect your relationship friend wise. Like it's part of the game. I mean, it's gonna happen.
At the end of the day, we're all looking for 4 players that can just consistently win, and everybody's looking for the same thing. So pretty much the entire community is just revolving around that goal and trying to find it. And then I think once you get that far and you realize like the potential that you have as a team, like I think I heard the commentators saying like that on Summit Dom against that Force team, we were at the top of our bell curve or whatever. And I think once you find that and once you see the potential that you have, like you did in Modern Warfare 2, like we didn't drop a map in PS3, you have to take that and realize even through the bad times, the potential that your team has, and you can't listen to what other people are saying. Like if one person has a streak of like, I don't know, a couple good series and they're playing really, really good and everybody's like, oh, this dude's the best player in the game and like, you know, if he teamed with him and he teamed with him, they'd be so much better. Like you can't listen to that stuff. Everybody's gonna play good at certain points. Everybody's gonna have their bad games, and most people are gonna end up average in the long run anyway. So you have to try to not let all that stuff get to your head and just focus on the placings and not listen to everybody else trying to mess with you, I guess.
For example, Big Timer stuck with me for all the years.
True.
I don't know how he did it, but
What about you, Jacob? What are some of your advice? I mean, obviously you've been dropped from OpTic how many times?
I think once. I get dropped every
How many
day
times? Like
here.
seriously, like how many
I
months?
think once.
No, I'm just kidding. I was kidding. All right. And but for real, like, what do you think is like? Obviously, now you're part of obviously the best team. You know, if we're going. And it's and you know what? This is something that I was trying to explain to everybody when they asked me how I felt about you guys taking third at Dallas, and even if you guys would have placed sixth or seventh or eighth, it's like it's obviously there was a reason. You know, Rambo was not there, and he was a key ingredient, a point proven in Columbus that, you know, I mean, for you guys to place third with a sub who hadn't played competitively in like 2 months, because I had him fucking making videos every day for like 2 months, and you guys still pull that third place us.
It's the thing that we played with. You never know. Maybe if we played with him for a month, but we played with him for 3 hours, like literally.
Yeah.
We played for him for 3 hours. Like, you never know. Rambo might have been. I mean, of course, Rambo's a huge part of the team. But what if we played with Nate Shot for 2 months before that? Like, you never know. But I mean, like, it's crazy.
The thing that helped us with the Nate Shot situation was that we had all played with him before that.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we still had like chemistry with him. We knew like how we all worked. So I mean, it could have been a lot worse situation having someone we never played with. It just to prove the point that chemistry, like, and working with your teammates will always help you win, rather than maybe natural skill.
Yep.
So on that note, Rambo, how are you feeling health-wise? I know that a lot of people were asking.
I'm somewhat stable right now. I mean, I always have like these rough patches where I'll feel like crap, but I feel better after. I was at a doctor's appointment today. I've just met a new doctor. I'm actually getting some new tests that I haven't done yet, and he seemed pretty up on the fact that one of my problem is related to a dietary issue that is causing inflammation in my somewhere in my stomach or something. So
In your anus.
No, it's somewhere in my... But hopefully you get something to that and I can get over this past of my life, because it's somewhat annoying to not feel 100% every day.
Yeah.
And I really can't gain any weight right now, which is kind of annoying, but it's whatever.
Oh, you could. You just listen to me.
Cheese fries.
Yeah, I eat too.
Bro, hang out with my brother Tumors for about
I
a
know,
week.
right? Dude, I love Tumors, man. You're so
Jesus,
fucking
dude.
funny.
A Terminator.
Terminator.
The Terminator burger was probably the grossest shit I have
You
ever
wolf that shit.
eaten in my life. I didn't finish. I didn't even finish half.
Shit.
Bro, excuse me, it has an egg in it.
Are you serious?
Yes,
That's-
it's like,
Is it raw or is it
It's
cooked?
legit.
no, it's cooked. They don't. It's not. We're not.
Ew.
We're not Rambo. Well,
No,
you're
I was-
Rambo, but
Chill, I'm gonna need that. Kidding
we're
me?
not Rocky. I mean.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a nasty burger. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, well, I'm sure that hopefully with this new doctor you can get your stuff sorted out. Unless you're somebody like me who just loves to eat, like I don't know. I love.
I love eating. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, that's what the doctor was saying is like, if there's something I can eat that makes me feel better or something else, like I'd actually make that change. But I don't want to change it for no reason. Like I'm not gonna stop eating something if they actually like maybe okay, that could possibly help. Like that's what I was telling him. Like I can change my diet whatever I want, but if it's not gonna make me feel better, like why would I do it?
Hey, Rambo, really quick. Why are your legs open like that?
I was about to say, it looks like he's delivering a baby.
Everybody saw your.
Okay.
Everybody saw your coin purse. I'm saying.
I didn't get to see it, man.
Just picture somebody laying on a bed about to have a baby.
I was actually gonna ask you if that's the way the doctor examined you. But, oh shit! All right, so what are you guys looking forward to in Anaheim? I know that I'm really anxious and excited to finally meet Predator in person. I know that Apostle, Rated, obviously the OpTic frat boys are gonna be there, and it's gonna be a good turnout. I have to say, if you guys are gonna be in the if anyone listening is gonna be in the Anaheim area, July 28th through the August 1st, buy your spectator pass like right now, because not only is OpTic gonna be there trying to get that championship again, but you're gonna have superstars like Hutch, C-Nanners, Tabe's gonna be in town from Sweden.
Oh, from Sweden.
Yeah, and there's gonna be a lot of machinima people. A lot of people are gonna be there. So if you are in the LA area, this is the event that you want to be at, because it's going to be sick. So that's my sell. But what are you guys looking forward to as far as? Let me ask you this: Who do you guys from this previous tournament? Who do you guys see as a really close really close competition going into Anaheim?
I'm gonna say
LVG as always.
LVG, obviously. I think Nation Nation can be a competitor right now. If they work together and actually like instead of go ahead.
The two teams I'm most scared of are like Nation and LVG.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
LVG, like they've always had like a real aggressive play style, and I feel like in Columbus they didn't really have that. So
yeah, they didn't put as much pressure, which just made their entire thing like, since they're kind of like unorganized sometimes, and if they don't put that much pressure where they give you time to set up, and they just screw themselves by doing that. So I don't know.
I think TT's gonna be.
Who's on that anymore? Who's on that now?
They brought back their old roster. It's Vengeance, Sin, Virus, and Censor. I don't know.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that should be a pretty good roster.
Vengeance.
That was the Dallas roster, but unfortunately, in Dallas they took LVG
they took 8
the
Virus
last map,
6.
Yeah, Virus is sick, dude. Kind of
and then the next day, Virus got the stomach flu, so they ended up getting like 7th or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, that should be a good roster. Yeah.
I think they're gonna do work at Anaheim.
I really hope we don't get pool fucked now, because it's gonna be related on the point system now. So all these team changes are gonna make teams like switch around.
I think we have the 1 seed though now.
Oh,
yeah, if LVG switches rosters, we'll have the number 1 seed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Speaking of changes, how do you guys feel about the new S&D changes? And I'll go into it a little bit once you guys answer. I'll tell you guys about the whole bomb plant being noticeable now, and then. So,
I hate that. I agree with the time change. It's going to make it more interesting and give teams more times to adapt. As far as like, you can actually afford to lose a round now and like see what they're doing, like kind of like scout, I guess. But the whole bomb plant here and there is completely retarded. It's like no one's ever going to plant a bomb, especially the fact that you have a minute less now. So if your initial push doesn't work and you don't gain numbers, like you don't kill more enemies than you die, like you'll never be able to plant a bomb. And I've heard people saying, like, people on the stream are saying right now, like, you can plant while being silent if you throw a stun before you plant and before you defuse, but it's still like people are hearing a stun on the bomb site. They're going to be looking at it anyway.
Right. All right. The reason I asked that is because at MLG Dallas, the first, obviously, the first one this season, David Vonderhaar from Treyarch was there, and he was sitting next to us in the VIP section, and he asked me, he's like, why are they spinning? I've seen them spinning nonstop every time they plant. I was like, oh, because you can't hear the bomb being planted or diffused when you're spinning. He's like, wait.
Oh,
Wait,
God.
so before you finish your sentence, are you telling me it's your fault that we
No.
can hear that?
I was just I was don't kill the messenger. All right. He asked, and I was like, "Oh, I know why. I'm cool. This is why." And he's like,
God
"Wait, wait,
damn it,
wait."
Heck.
Yeah. Immediately, he's like, "Wait, wait, 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 wait." Because the whole time he was there, like he wasn't cheering for any team. He was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, look at that awesome animation when somebody would get shot," or, obviously it's he's an awesome dude. But yeah, that's the reason I asked. And as far as the minute and a half thing that's going on, sorry about that. My dog just screamed. Um, the minute and a half timer, I think that that's more trying to cater to the audience and trying to make it an exciting thing. They're trying to bring forth what is pro mod in the PC world, because the timers are shorter, and obviously everybody's running like maniacs, and
Yeah.
so I think that's one of the main reasons.
Well, yeah, I mean, to come back to the point of the start, it's just there's no stalemate. Like people don't just sit there and wait for someone to make a move. Now it's like if you're on offense, you have to make a move. But it's just the whole point of like taking the minute off, and then letting them hear when you're planning just defeats the purpose of like actually waiting to plant the bomb a little more. I mean, it's just like if you think about it, it takes you like at least 45 seconds to get like complete control of the bomb site off break. Like let's say we're playing grid, we're gonna push B, and it's gonna take us like a good 40 seconds to a minute to control something. But I mean, then when you get inside the bomb site, if you don't kill anyone and they're camping in the corner, they can hear you planning. So then everyone's gonna be chucking nades at the bomb site. So I just feel like offense is at way too big disadvantage now with the whole hearing bomb site thing. I don't really agree with it.
On average, how many times is an S&D map or an S&D game type played in an individual match? Is it a guaranteed once?
Twice.
So, wow.
There's a second and fifth map, and I'd hate to see a tiebreaker map go up to like 5-5, and it's 1v1. The guy's planting a bomb, and the guy can hear him planting, and he just comes out. I mean,
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't think that was a good move. In all of Call of Duty games you've seen so far, College 4 had the bomb. You couldn't hear planning, and you could only hear him pick up the bomb when he defuses,
Right.
which brought a whole like instant like smart play to the game because people could fake defuse. I could just pick up the bomb, and the guy thinks I'm defusing, but I'm really not.
Right,
So,
right.
I mean, but with like the spinning, it's kind of lame because you couldn't hear it at all. But it still forces people to be like sort of cautious on when they're like. You saw me I was on Fire Range, I think, in the finals. I sneak defused the bomb.
Yeah.
Like it forces the player to stay near the bomb site. But now, if he could hear me planting the bomb, defusing the bomb, then there's no way I could do that. I'm gonna have to look for him if he's camping in the corner. Like people are gonna figure out like as far as where they can go to where they can hear the bomb site and hear the bomb defusing, and they'll just sit in the corner there and wait. I mean, I really think it defeats the smart purpose of the objective role in search and destroy.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's an interesting topic. What about you, Big Willie Johnson?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, I agree with the time limit. Basically, what you saw with the 2.5 minute time limit was just a huge stalemate until there was about a minute left, and it was just players waiting for somebody else to mess up or get bored or want to push up, which actually happened more than you think would with professional teams. Just like, they just get bored and they want to see if they can push something, and then once you're down 3v4, you would see teams push and kind of trade 1-for-1 all the way till it's a 2v1, and then in order to win the round, if you lose that first kill, you had to do something big. You had to get a 2-piece, or you could like put a good flank in or something. And then for the little while, we had the correct thing going where you still couldn't hear the bomb, and we had the 1.5 minute time limit. You saw real strategies being made to try to get control of bomb sites. Like you had to push from the start, so you would see like you might have all 4 players trying to push into A, like on Villa, and that would be, that would totally take out the guys at B. It would just take them out of the picture. So I don't know. With the bomb plant being heard now, I think it's more like a minute and a half team deathmatch with like no respawns. It's just kind of like you gotta find it. But I saw, what was it? We were scrimming on grid, and I think I still got sneak diffused on. I mean, I don't know if it was just some kind of like fluke thing with the walls, but I'm sure people will be experimenting with it before Anaheim.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you can't be
Too far.
walls in between you.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
even if you're right next to the bomb, if there's like a wall in between you and the bomb, it's still like pretty hard to hear it. So, I mean, I'm still trying to remain optimistic about it, but I think it's going to end up being sort of dumb. But on the other hand, I think with our SteelSeries 7Hs blocking out the game sound, everybody else using Astros, I think
We're gonna be sounding the
huge.
shit out of that.
not even trying to just promote our sponsors. Just it literally blocks out so much of the outside sound at LAN competitions that
Mhm.
I think we're gonna be good.
You were saying the diffuse though. I think it's more the plan that I'm worried about. Like I don't really mind diffusing the bomb, hearing it because most of the time, if you're diffusing, there's nobody alive. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't think it plays that big a role, but just the fact that you can't plant the bomb without like having total control and no windows that can be nated type thing where
yeah, but I think that's gonna be like a strategy build up because obviously like the defense is gonna just be the same. They're gonna send like 2-2 or 3-1 or something like that to a bomb site. So if we actually had a real strategy, say on grid, like pushing all four in there and we kill the two guys out of B, even if they can hear it,
right.
they're totally out of the picture. So I mean, like you said, yeah, we do have to have complete
But that's
control.
what I'm saying, complete control. You didn't really need to have that
But if you
before.
push all four, I don't think it'll be too hard to get like complete control.
But even then, like pushing all four through like a little hallway like that is not necessarily the best idea. And even then, I'm just like, it's just people can just relate to like just sitting further back and not even like having control of the bomb site and just waiting to hear the noise and just nading it.
You definitely got to stay near the bomb sites now, especially when your teammates are planning. You got to watch them.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I definitely feel like it shouldn't be the way it is, though, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So okay, what is it? Joe, you have the Siberias, right? Have you tried the 7Hs?
Yeah. My wire was just broke. I told you.
Yeah, but which one do you see the greater difference on the?
What do you mean?
Which headset do you like better at an event?
At an event, 7Hs.
Are they really that like solid?
Yeah, they suck your ears.
They suck your ears.
It's like
yeah.
a black hole. Like
Yeah, it's really hard to hear anything that comes out. Like just the soundproof, like I was saying, is just so great, and it helps you. It gives you so much of an advantage in a loud environment.
Like you're playing in one of those StarCraft booths.
Yeah.
I definitely like the Siberias for comfort. So.
Yeah, true that.
All right. Well, we've talked enough about business, about MLG, about your thoughts on everything. So let's get into some fun questions. We're gonna ask the audience in a little bit, but first I want to ask you some personal questions on E3. I was supposed to be at E3, but I fell sick, so obviously I was sick, so I didn't get a chance to make it out. There's always next year. But the second I saw the Zelda game, I was literally like mad.
What is it with you and Zelda?
I think it's the best game ever. It's the best adventure game ever. Yeah, you go on this crazy good adventure, and at the end you get the girl.
True.
I gotta say, I gotta be if I could, I would pee in Zelda's butt.
Yeah, we know.
Typical
hacks. All right.
So which favorite reveals do you guys or which was your favorite reveal for the E3 this past E3?
I haven't even following E3. I can't even lie, so I don't really know, to be honest.
Halo 4. I was really disappointed in Reach. So
Yeah.
see that.
I think Halo 4. MW3 looks pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like MW2 all over again. And like I heard people say like the ACR is back and the MP5 is like from.
It's hard to get hyped on.
Yeah, it's just
I mean, no doubt it'll probably be the most sold game in like the history of the world again. But as far as like a competitive.
It comes back to Activision just wanting to like make the money off of it, in my opinion.
And you can't really blame them. I mean, like Von told me at Dallas, he said like, we were sitting there watching the matches, and he was like, dude, I talked with MLG, and if I sold a game that only had these rules, he was like, I'd be broke, and he was right.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Yeah, but like the thing is like they could put customizable settings. Like think how much settings are in like Halo. Like there's damage amplifiers, shields, how much you can jump. Like that kind of stuff. Like it would be easy.
Was it Black Ops or MW2 where they had the I think it's Black Ops, right? So where you can like, modify how much health and like
you can only do it with custom classes though. You need to make a save game and create a game, and you can't save the game on LAN.
Yeah.
So kind of defeats the purpose. I mean, that was kind of like a cool thing that they did, but like just the fact that you couldn't do it on land just kind of like made it pointless.
They're taking baby steps towards it. One of these is.
Yeah, one of these is we'll have something that's complete.
I don't know. We'll see. You never know how.
I think MLG just works with some like game developer and makes the ultimate MLG game.
It really should, yeah.
Ever.
I think the really like thing that will make Modern Warfare 3 bigger now is the maps. Because regardless of what you put in the game, how easy it is to shoot a gun, like I would play any Call of Duty game with the COD 4 maps, and it would make it good instantly. Just because the maps are so balanced and so well made, and just like everything in general. Like I think there was like only 2 or 3 like non-playable maps in that game. Like I think at some point there was like 15 MLG maps.
I think that's why like pubs are like so fun.
Yeah, exactly. Just because like you could literally like if you look at that the pro play on PC or whatever, like the pro mod, I think they had like pretty much every single map in there. I think there's
because for S&D there was so many balanced maps.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. In general, like you could play S&D on everything. They were playing like Crossfire S&D and like no one ever thought about putting Crossfire in MLG. I mean.
Crossfire, Bomb. There were so many good maps. Yeah.
What's bad about that is though, like what makes them good like that is simplicity. Like
exactly, yeah. There's no detail factor.
That's the exact thing that developers are like trying
yeah,
to
no, exactly. It's kind of sad that it's kind of like
detail and all these buildings and like
yeah.
That's why people think that the old games like Counter-Strike and COD 4 and
even so much better.
people say better than COD 4 are so much better because it was so simple. Like,
exactly, yeah.
All like using your head, you didn't have all these like little buildings and alleyways to run through.
I just hope Call of Duty doesn't like put that Battlefield like destructible
area
in it, or we're screwed for life.
Well, yeah, there's never going to be a competitive game where it has like destructible buildings and like that and shit. That's never going to happen. I'm getting that game for PC, by the way, Big. If you want to get it with me.
What's that?
BF3.
Oh, yeah?
That game's not going to run a shit on console. Believe me, it's going to be 10 times better on PC.
I could get a PC that didn't crash every 5 seconds.
Just get out. I told you, get in US. Anyways. Next topic, Hex. Yeah, he's not even here anymore.
I think
That's
we
good.
bored him to
I think we're
sleep.
more than that, yeah.
Hex, we're still here.
Still here too. I'm listening to what you guys are saying.
Okay.
Oh, no.
But yeah, in
We're done.
general, like, from E3, like, that, I think the thing I realized on Twitter the most is everyone's getting excited about the new Wii. I think it's Wii U or something.
We do.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but
The new Sony.
your mic cut off hard there. Okay. Anyways.
No, like I said, the
everyone still here?
the Wii U is what I'm totally looking forward to, simply because obviously the Zelda game, and for the first time ever being in full 1080p, like you can't beat that.
Yeah.
I've been keeping up at all. So, what do you think is going to win the war between Modern Warfare 3, Battlefield 3, and Gears of War 3?
Obviously Modern Warfare 3 is gonna win it.
Well,
It's
as
too
far as
big of a
competitive gaming, I'm not sure.
game. Gears 3 probably.
I don't know. Gears, well, I mean, if you look at Gears and how many teams they had at events, I mean, I'm not going to base it on Gears 2 because everyone, like, didn't really like Gears 2. But even for the first event for Gears 2, when people, like, all played the game, there was only, like, 100 teams top that showed up to it. And that's when Gears 1 was on the circuit and it was really big, so... Yeah, I don't want to be gay to the Gears community saying that they didn't deliver, because obviously we're not delivering as big, but, I mean, we just started to a certain extent. But in general, like, I think Halo is just going to be the biggest competitive game if it's somewhat better than Halo Reach. It's just
It's
Halo.
2 years from now.
What's up? Is it?
It's 2 years from now. It's 2012 winter.
Oh, yeah, all right, my bad then. Never mind, I didn't say that then.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that it's, you know, Halo is it's a beautiful game. The graphics on there are absolutely like stunning. The post-production work that goes into any of those matches can be, you know, they're limitless. You can do anything for it, and that's something that I liked from Treyarch. That the fact that they added the whole theater mode, because obviously once you have a match, that, you know, that's part of the fun. But then you can have more fun by editing your clips right after that. So we're about to hit that. Yeah, we're about to hit that hour, guys. So do you guys have any closing comments or any closing thoughts that you guys want to leave with?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, why is it that I don't know if it's just MLG's league or if it's other leagues. Why do they feel the need, for example, like Black Ops to Modern Warfare 3? Not saying Modern Warfare 3 is gonna be bad, but like Halo 3 to Halo Reach. Why is it that they just move on to another game anyway? Why not stay with the game like for multiple years?
Well, if you look at it to a certain extent, everyone moves on to a new game. So why would not the competitive community move on to a new game? Like people.
But usually for Halo, it's 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
That's usually why.
But
they
I mean,
move on.
when you see the outcry from like the Halo community, nobody likes Reach, even the pros.
I know.
Yeah. I don't.
So,
I think it's just the whole
You have to-
spectator point, like the amount of attention and like when you think about a game supporting a game, like the developers are not gonna like support an old game that much. So I mean, it has an also a part to it. As far as my closing, wait, go ahead. What was that?
I just for Call of Duty for us, it just kind of sucks that we have 2 developers, and so we go year to year. That's the only thing it sucks for us. I mean, Bungie, they're 2 to 3 years between their games, so obviously MLG, they're gonna be on the same game.
I don't know. I think that Bungie, right after after the success they've seen with Activision and the Call of Duty series, I think that they're gonna go down the same path. I mean, they just released Reach, and now they're gonna go and get Call of Duty 4 out on the circuit. I'm sure that I'm sorry, not Call of Duty 4, but Halo 4. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna be going on that trend. I think that they're business is business, and if they are in the business of making money like Activision is, then they're gonna go for it. It's not gonna. It's not gonna be long before every game releases a brand new game every day. I mean, the consumer will always be there to pick it up, just to try it out. Exactly. So, I mean, the replay value, whatever, is going to be obviously something completely different. So, it's going to be. I think that developers are getting smarter. The creative people that handle the storylines and all that from all the games are getting more creative with all the technology that's coming out. So, I don't know. I think it's good, man. Coming from an outsider's perspective, from a regular player, I think that it has to happen. I'm already sick of Black Ops, and I didn't even play it. I mean, obviously I have my reasons because of the sniping, but I'm ready for a new game, and I'm easily bored.
Hey, do you think like that new high technology is gonna help us in the competitive scene, or just kill us?
I agree, RT.
Well, to that, if I think I heard you right, you were asking about the new.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead, ask it.
Right, like, do you think the new high technology that you speak of is gonna help us competitive gamers, or is it gonna kill us? Like,
no, it's absolutely gonna help you. I mean, there's obviously the casual gamer will always be like the majority, always, because it's just like everything else. You don't see fucking 50,000 spectators playing basketball, right? No, they're only there to see 10 people play every single time at a basketball event. So it's got these same 50,000 people that pay money to go see a game. Let's say a good 50 of them play basketball, actively. So that's the casual gamer. That's a casual basketball player, and I think that esports is going to get to that point where you have the NBA, NFL, baseball, etc. You're gonna have your Call of Duty, Halo, StarCraft, Gears of War, etc. Everybody's.
That's what he was saying. Is like with like those big sports, like the spectators have something to relate to. Like you don't see them changing sports every day. Like basketball is always going to be played like basketball, and if you're trying to look for a spectator fan base in video games and you've got a new game coming out every year, there's nothing that the fans can relate to because it's always changing.
Yeah.
Football's always going to be there. It's not going to, they're not going to change the rules so dramatically that you can't even understand what's going on. But it seems like it's the exact opposite with games. Like you said, more developers are going to start like bringing games out more often because people get bored. But
Yeah, but it's still somewhat the same though. Like you can't really say like Call of Duty has changed that much throughout the years.
Right. No, I mean it's all the same techniques, and if you've been a fan of like how it didn't take me long to adjust from Call of Duty 2 to Call of Duty 4. You went from only pulling out your pistol to walk faster to sprinting. The mechanics weren't there. It'd be like if basketball gradually added like hot spots on a court where if you shoot from this circle, you're gonna get 4 points instead of 3 points. It's it's just going to be something like the basics of the game will always be there. The understanding of the objective will always be there. So no, I think that if anything, it's gonna be a healthy refresh every time, because then you're really gonna see how dedicated a team is, and how often somebody's gonna be, how many people are gonna be able to adjust every time something changes. So I don't know. I think the more they change it until they get it right, and even if they never get it right and it continues to change with a different game, I think that it'll always be an entertaining thing to watch. And if you're a fan of Call of Duty, you're gonna watch Call of Duty no matter what it is.
True. Anyways.
So yeah, Merc, do you have any closing comments?
No, I'm good.
Do we have
Japlin?
time for one more thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course.
What I just wanted. What do you think about, like, as far as MLG's, like, I don't know, business plan, I guess you could say, is what you were saying earlier. People watch basketball just to see the professional players, but with MLG you have, like, anybody can come out and play. Like, do you ever see competitive gaming in MLG getting to the point to where it's clearly like you have 8 teams or like 32 professional teams like the NFL does, and everybody comes just to watch that? Or
Absolutely.
Do you think they'll keep it to where anybody can come play?
Absolutely. No, I think that they should keep it to where everybody can come play, because think about it like this. If somebody, let's say there's a if I was, like, even if I was a fan of you guys, if I was a fan of OpTic and I had the chance to go play against you guys at a professional level, I would pay that money to do it, just to be a part of that. But when I asked you who do you guys think is gonna do big in Anaheim, you mentioned another team, and that was Leverage. Because that's the professional team. It's just like anything else in the world, like poker. Even in poker, you always see 3 of the same people that you always see at the final table, and it's gonna be the same thing here. So the spectators. This is what's good about gaming, that not only are you gonna have the chance to be a fan of a team, but if you want to, you can pay to play against that team and have a run at it. That's what's. I think that's what they're doing right. Leaving it open for the public, in my opinion.
But at the same time, that kind of, I mean, maybe not like StarCraft and Halo, but the Call of Duty, at least, it kind of seems to be the same thing that's working against us, is people wanting to come out and play tournaments and like paying when they know that they're not gonna, come win the tournament. It kind of makes sense that they wouldn't pay $600 to fly out across the country and play.
Right, but they're still gonna. Well, but if it comes to their town or a state near them, they're gonna do it. I don't go to compete, but I go to watch because I liked it. And
well, yeah, I mean, of course, we got like the hardcore community, but I'm talking about like getting to the point where you have as many people as the NBA, NFL wanting to come to these events. I can't ever see it really getting there.
Oh, it'll definitely get there, and the reason I say this is this. All right, I'll give you a perfect example. The Dallas Cowboys, I'm sure you've heard of them. They are the richest team in the United States, with the most valuable team. I'm sorry, the Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys. All right, followed very closely by the Yankees. Okay, they're what? And I believe I'm not really sure, and you should ask the stream if they know how much they were valued at last year. Dallas Cowboys, how much were they valued? I believe it's $1.3 billion. So you have a team like that, and then you have the richest team in the world is Manchester United, valued at way more than that. All right, and the reason that they are valued more is because soccer is a game that's played worldwide. All right, the only other thing that is played worldwide is video games, and video games is like is a very, very young creation, and it's only going to get bigger because it relates to the audience that is in between the ages of 12 to 24. Such a wide gap that it's always going to be refreshed, and the same people that have been playing since they were 12 years old are going to continue to play through their adulthood because it's something to do. Where people in the olden days played cards and dice and pool and bowling like Rambo. It's a pastime, and people will always play a video game. I think so. I see video games being bigger than than sports at one point or another.
Hope so.
I mean, obviously, by the time that happens, we may be dead, but you know, at least we know that at least we were there for the foundation of it, and
We're
that's
building it.
yeah, and that's something. Think about it, man. You may have like at one point or another in the future, somebody may induct you into the Call of Duty Hall of Fame. You know, it's that's how serious it's gonna get.
Is there an actual one?
Huh?
Is there an actual Hall of Fame for Call of Duty?
Are you
No.
serious, Rambo? Oh my
In the future,
God.
I mean, anybody can do that. I mean, think about it. If you think about it, it can happen. Anything can happen. When video games are so young, and it's such a huge business that larger business are gonna wanna like push it to be something great. You know, there's always room for something great. Like if this is the new sports, the new NBA, it's esports. But anyway, I think we've gone a little bit over the time. So if any of you have any other questions, concerns,
I'd like to close it out by thanking all the support we've had throughout the weekend, to all the fans out there, to all the people supporting us over Twitter, watching the stream. Props to you guys for being there for us. Wouldn't mean the same thing. Wouldn't be the same without you guys.
I hope everybody comes out to Anaheim too.
For sure. For sure. Like some people were actually like looking at us, thinking about talking to us. Like, don't be scared to come. We ain't gonna bite you.
I'll bite actually.
I'm like the friendliest Frenchie ever. I'll even talk French to you if you want. Like, just come to say hi. I don't know you. I don't care. Just come say hi. Present yourself. Who knows? Might be best buddies someday.
for real.
Don't be weird about it though.
Yeah. True. Don't be weird about it.
Like don't
Like I had one guy just like walk up next to me and was just like staring at my face and like I was like,
Oh, you bit Tyler?
Anyway, but yeah, guys, if you guys obviously do see us, please come up and say hello. Especially Anaheim, like I mentioned, you know, there's gonna be a lot of huge names. Nanners, Hutch. I know that Mr. Stark's gonna make it out. Some of the people in the background that work at Machinima behind the scenes are gonna be there. So it's gonna be an exciting time. I truly hope that you guys make it out because it's only gonna get better. Especially this Anaheim one. I have high hopes for it. So come out and meet Predator. Come out and take a picture with Predator. You guys can put them on your shoulders and you guys can take a picture.
Jake's so going for that.
All right, Jake Kean. You can disagree all you want, but you know what doesn't lie? Numbers. Numbers don't lie, and business and money-hungry corporations don't lie. If they see something like video games, who's already a multi-billion-dollar industry and it's still a baby, it's the same. It's the same thing they told Facebook when they were making Facebook. It's never gonna get as big as MySpace. Where's MySpace at now? GG. All right, guys.
I think you're jumping into two different pools there.
No, I was trying to.
All right, let's not get into that.
Yeah, I was trying to make an analogy. Anyway, all right, guys. This is gonna conclude this episode of the OpTic Hour, and we're definitely gonna try to get these guys back on again. I know that they play a lot and they practice a lot, but I'm sure that they'll be willing to come on, even if we have to get one of them at a time. I'm sure they'll come on. But yeah, my co-host couldn't be here today because they're 83, but nonetheless. That's going to be that. Until next time, guys, this has been OpTic Hex.
And us.
We're out. We're out. Peace.
Back here on the Call of Duty Black Ops stream.
All right, guys. Congratulations once again to OpTic Gaming for being your MLG Columbus champions. Here we go. I have MLG CEO Sundance D. Giovanni to present your award, guys. Congratulations once again.
Guys, congratulations on an amazing comeback. You guys had a rough road. You didn't make it easy on yourselves. But as we know from what OpTic stands for and how hard you guys worked for this, congratulations. I'm proud to present you with the MLG 2011 Columbus Call of Duty Trophy.
All right, Corey, back to you in the booth.